Hello, people. Sebastian here again. Today I'm going to be breaking down the game between Magnus Carlsen and Anatoly Karpov. This game was played in 2008. You guys might recognize this tournament because I'm pretty sure this is the tournament that Magnus Carlsen played Garry Kasparov. But since that game has already had multiple videos on it, and I've only found about one at most two videos breaking down this game, it's a pretty short game. Um, that I'm going to do this video. And for those of you who are like, for those of you wondering why I've been making like such short videos recently, it's more or less just been because of, well, the fact that all I can find are short games. This is only about 27, this is only 27 moves. So, let's break down. D4 by, and by the way, yes, at the time, 2008, Magnus Carlsen was 13 years old and he was an international master. D4 from Magnus, knight f6 from Anatoly Karpov. If you've watched my videos before, you would recognize this because it's already been played. It was played in my first ever video, actually. Go watch that. The thumbnail's more low quality than these ones. C4, E6. This is the East Indian. Once again, we've already seen this on my channel. This was played. Actually, no, this wasn't in my first video. This was in my second video, sorry. Second video. Alright, so E6 played by Anatoly Karpov, trying to get this bishop developed. Most likely a B4 or E7. Knight to F3, this is avoiding a Nimzo Indian and generally goes into the Queen's Gambit decline, but instead we got the Queen's Indian played by Anatoly Karpov, G6. This is the fianchetto variation, generally going to combat black's bishop on this diagonal with white's very own bishop. That's the whole idea behind this line of this opening. And then we got the fianchetto Nimzowicz variation coming out from Anatoly Karpov, attacking this pawn on c4. Generally, people will defend it with the move b3. b3, the quiet line. Probably going for a double fianchetto setup. And for those of you wondering, this was not going to be the original game I was covering, but whatever. Bishop b4 check by Anatoly Karpov. Basically, his whole idea is, if we go back, he didn't want to play this check in this position because knight can just block, and even though you can damage the pawn structure, Magnus really wouldn't mind it. But bishop b4 check in this position, you cannot block with your knight because, well, this. And you win the knight here and here. That's the whole idea. So bishop b4 check, bishop to d2. Idea is if you take this, I'm going to take with my knight, and basically I'm more developed than you are, and this bishop looks stupid. Bishop e7. Now bishop back to e7, just keeping it developed. He does not want to trade it off just yet. Knight to c3 now from Magnus Carlsen. d5, preventing the move e4 from Magnus. C takes d4, knight takes d5, knight d5, c takes d5, knight takes d5, e4, bishop takes f1, king takes f1, knight back to f6, and bishop to f4. Probably going for knight b5 and this fork. Short castles by Anatoly Karpov. basically getting his rook onto the same file as the king. King to g2, getting his king off of that file, and going to get his rook developed probably to e1, f1, to e or f1. Bishop b4, attacking the knight. Knight can move, and it does move with knight b5. Attacking the pawn on c7. Generally, you want to play either back or this. Let's see. Anatoly Karpov, remember this being a blitz game. I'm pretty sure this was a blitz game, plays a6. But this was just a sacrifice coming out from Anatoly Karpov, going to get his rook developed. a3, played by Magnus, saying, my knight's not in any real danger, really. Because in this position, I just win. Yes, I have doubled pawns, but look, I'm up a full piece compared to you. So bishop e7, d5, knight takes e4, d takes e6, g5, saying, well, I want your bishop. Knight to d5, saying, I want this bishop. Or somewhere along that line. But all honesty, I think it's just defending this. I can't find the real reason why I played this move. Knight takes, g takes f4, rook to e1, saying, well, I want to win that piece back, basically. Knight to f6, e takes f7, check, king takes f7, knight to g5, check, king to e8, knight takes f6, check with a pin on this bishop. Now it looks like it's mate, but in reality this rook can take. Rook takes f6, queen to h5, check, king to d7, only move, and rook a d1, check, rook to d6, rook takes d6, bishop takes d6, queen to f7, check, bishop to e7, and rook d1 check. And in this position, Anatoly Karpov resigns, because no matter where he moves his king, he's losing his queen. Out of these three moves, I completely forgot he can move here. He would just lose his queen. This check would come through. And, well, yeah, that's the reason why Anatoly Karpov resigned in what was this position. Well, that was a good game coming out from both Magnus and Anatoly Karpov. Now, some people may be wondering, why did he play king takes f7? What's so bad about rook takes f7? Hold on. Well, it's more of the fact this move happens and you can't defend your queen. If rook takes, you just take this with your queen. Obviously, if queen takes, you just take this. That's the only reason why he plays king takes, but as seen in the game, this happened. And this was the position, and yeah. So now, okay. Now it's just my time to address some things. Just like things that's been going on. Alright, so this section of the video, if you already, if you guys want to, you can click off here, but I'm just gonna bring up a couple things that, I just feel like I should right now. One, the whole Razzer Jazzer is bad chess channel thing. Don't give that guy any hate. That's one of my friends, actually. He's just trolling me. So, and same thing with all the people that were commenting on my, I think it was Ali Reza video or one of those videos. He's just a friend of mine who's joking around. It really hasn't messed up my mental at all. Like, it somewhat has hurt, but after I realized who it was, I realized that, meh, things happen. So, yeah. Second off, I just want to apologize for, the whole update video being pretty slow. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about, like, just messing up, really, in that tournament, even if I was only playing opponents that were higher rated than me. I'm trying to become over 1,000 rated. I'm probably going to, as long as that does not happen. I'm going to be looking for different tournaments. Hopefully that will have a larger player base. Should probably take my mouse off here. That's probably distracting. So yeah, just wanted to make that known. Make that clear. I love y'all. You guys are probably my best viewers ever. These videos I've been making recently have gotten way more views. I used to be a video game YouTuber. I would average 0 to 2 views every stream or video. This video, like this time around, I already have a video with 30 views, so I'm really proud of what I'm doing right now. And yeah. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Well, have a good morning, good day, good afternoon, or good night, depending on what your time zone is. And yeah. Sebastian signing out.